Hello, this is the daily COVID update from Deccan Herald. I'm Suraksha.
I'm Akhil.
On the bulletin today, Karnataka reports highest single day spike of 99 cases while the state government prepares to reopen the state. But first, a look at the daily figures with Akhil.
At the time of this recording, more than 56,000 people are active carriers of the virus in the country. The total number of infected people is likely to cross the 1 lakh mark today. Over 38,000 patients have recovered since they were first tested, and the country has registered 3,094 COVID-related deaths so far. ICMR has tested more than 23 lakh samples for the novel coronavirus so far. Now, let's take a look at how the states are doing today. The total number of cases in Delhi has breached the 10,000 mark by adding 299 new cases today. The number of active cases in the national capital stands at 5,409. Gujarat has added 366 new cases, and the number of active cases in the state is 6,347. Tamil Nadu has reported 534 new cases today. The number of active cases in the state is now at 7,273. With 259 new cases, the number of active cases in Madhya Pradesh has reached 2,549.
Moving on to Karnataka, 99 new cases have been reported from the state today, the highest single day spike yet. A whopping 65 out of 99 cases have had a travel history to various parts of Maharashtra like Mumbai, Pune, Raigad and Solapur. 2 have a travel history to Tamil Nadu, 1 has travelled to Nelmangla. Out of the remaining 33, 16 are secondary contacts of patient 653, a housekeeper at a COVID-designated hotel in Bengaluru, Shivaji Nagar. The rest are primary and secondary contacts. 7 cases have been reported from containment wards across the state and 2 are SARI cases. Around 18 districts of the state have reported at least 1 positive case of COVID-19 today, majority of them imported from outside the state. All 17 cases of Mandya have a travel history to Maharashtra. Almost all cases from Hassan, Koppal, Raichur, Vijayapura, Uttara Kannada and Kalburgi are imported from Maharashtra too. With this, the state has reported 1,246 cases in total. There are 678 active cases, 530 patients have recovered while 37 have died. 1 has committed suicide. The state has tested more than 6,000 samples in the last 24 hours.
In national news, even as states have been given greater powers to decide the course of action during the lockdown 4.0, the Ministry of Home Affairs has asked the states not to dilute any restrictions outlined in the guidelines. In lockdown 4.0, the central government's ban on air travel and metro remains. The restrictions on movement within the containment zones also remains with strict perimeter control. No movement of people would be allowed across the zones except for medical emergencies and for maintaining supply of essential goods and services. These guidelines will be in place until May 31st. The states have the power to impose stricter rules and prohibit other activities which are not mentioned in the central guidelines as per individual assessment in their home states. However, the central government has withdrawn its own order mandating employers to pay full wages to all employees, even when the industrial and commercial units are shut due to the lockdown. According to the guidelines issued on Sunday for Lockdown 4.0, all orders barring 6 SOPs for people's movement in specific circumstances have been withdrawn. The order on payment of wages during lockdown has not been included in the new guidelines and ceases to be in operation. Along with this, the order barring landlords to demand rent during lockdown has also been withdrawn. As for office goers, Arogya Setu app will not be mandatory after all. According to the new guidelines issued by the National Disaster Management Authority, employers have been asked to take best efforts to ensure that their staff has downloaded the contact tracing app. In earlier guidelines, employers were asked to ensure strict compliance or face jail term under Disaster Management Act. However, states can still impose strict measures as they have powers to do so under Lockdown 4.0. In news from Karnataka, in the 4th phase of the lockdown, Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yadurappa has eased lockdown restrictions significantly. The CM has announced that public transport services including buses, cabs and autos will be allowed to operate outside containment zones from tomorrow. Interstate bus services, KSRTC, NWKRTC, and NEKRTC will also be starting from Tuesday. Even private buses will be allowed to function. However, a maximum of 30 people will be allowed so that social distancing can be maintained. In cabs and autos, drivers plus 2 people will be allowed, and in maxi cabs, drivers plus 3 people will be allowed. All shops except malls and theaters will be allowed to open. However, the 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew will continue and public transport will not operate between these hours. Similar to Kerala, the state will observe complete lockdown every Sunday. Karnataka has restricted entry of people from Maharashtra, Gujarat, Kerala and Tamil Nadu till May 31st. The 4 states have been reporting high numbers of COVID-19 cases, hence the move. Medical Education Minister K. Sudhakar has said that the government will formally do away with the red, orange, green zoning of districts. Instead, the state will have containment zones that will be strictly monitored. The definition for containment zones will be revised to an area less than 100 meters.
As life slowly gets back into gear, the postponed SSLC examinations will be held from June 25th to July 4th. The examinations, which were earlier scheduled to be held from March 27th, were postponed due to the pandemic. Wearing a mask will be compulsory and many organizations, including the state scouts and guides, are willing to provide the masks. Each examination center will be equipped with sanitizers, dispensers and thermal checking machines. Students who have shifted to their hometowns during the lockdown can write exams from the nearest center where they are staying currently. In recognition of the services rendered by the health professionals, the state government has announced that it will bring the teaching staff from medical colleges under the 7th Pay Commission. Medical students belonging to all categories, from graduate resident doctors to super specialty students, all are set to receive higher stipends. In other news, schools across Karnataka took to online teaching to cope with the lockdown. However, the trend seems to be fast losing steam. Teachers from several prominent schools across Karnataka are now refusing to conduct classes as they say they are increasingly being bullied by the students' parents. Several teachers who switched over to the new platform just days ago are already overwhelmed by the digital experience. They say they are under tremendous pressure, with parents constantly complaining about the poor quality of teaching, spelling mistakes, improper pronunciation, harsh tone of voice, lack of warmth towards children, among other reasons. Some videos which showed teachers in poor light due to their pronunciation have even gone viral on social media. 11 days ago, Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa had announced 5,000 rupees will be given to around 7.75 lakh taxi and auto rickshaw drivers whose lives were thrown out of gear during the lockdown. After the delay in implementation of the scheme, leaders of several taxi and auto rickshaw drivers associations held a mock puja as last rites for the scheme in front of the Transport Commissioner's office in Bengaluru. As lockdown rules restrict protests, the drivers resorted to the mock last rites ritual. Karnataka State Private Buses Owners Association also staged a protest in front of the Transport and Road Safety Commissioner's office and demanded a 6-month tax waiver. And
before we go, the lockdown has seen people go to great lengths to keep their lives intact. Sanjoy Pal from West Bengal has been swimming across the Hooghly River to open his goldsmith shop on the other side of the river. Even after the lockdown was relaxed for economic activities, ferry services remain closed. As a sole breadwinner of the family, Sanjoy could not afford to give up. At first, he built a raft out of banana stems, which he found to be too risky, so he just started swimming across the river every day. Sanjoy finally received a call from the local subdivisional officer on Monday and has been allowed to travel on the cargo boat. The subdivisional officer has even allowed for travel fare to be reimbursed. That's all from Suraksha and me today. For the latest updates, log on to deccanherald.com. Stay safe and we'll see you tomorrow.